Happy Monday, everyone. So we just got done finishing day 21 of our 80-day obsession journey, and we did total body core. And this was the fourth time we've done it. And I started off with 10-pound weights on day one. And now the fourth time we've done this, I was using 25-pound weights on most of the workouts, and some were 20s. And I couldn't believe how much stronger I was, but how much more I sweat this time. And so a lot of people have been asking me, who've been following my journey, like, what am I gonna need? Because they're trying to get prepared for this journey. So all you need actually are a set of weights. So if you have, if you're lower on the spectrum of fitness, I would just suggest like 5s, 8s, 10s, 12s. If you've got a pretty good base of fitness already established, I would say 10, 15, 20s, and then see where you're at, and you might bump up to 25. You'll also need these resistance loops, and I'm not sure because we're not releasing this till January. We're still in the testing phase. They will probably be selling these in a package with the program or separately, I don't know, but you'll need the resistant loops. This is like the beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And you'll also need a set of these slides, and they probably too will come with the program in some sort of set. This is what it looks like if you have carpet. This is the piece that comes on it if you're working out on hardwood floor or linoleum. That way it slides. But we are on our final week, week 4, and this time is just flying by. I did my measurements today. I haven't done pictures. I'm probably going to do it at the end of this phase, but as of today, I gained a pound from last week, so I've only lost 2 pounds. However, I've lost over 14 inches. So 4 inches being from my waist. And so this is something that I really want to impress upon everybody's mind who's watching this, is that it's not about what the scale says. It's about how you feel, about what you can do, how you can perform, and also the fat loss. It's more important to lose inches than pounds. I was reading an article the other day about an actress who was trying to bulk up for a role that she was playing, and she was eating mega calories of clean foods, not just picking out on McDonald's or pizza or whatever, but you really have to have a calculated nutrition, and that is exactly what this program is doing for us, and a lot of strength training. So we are doing, like today we did total body core, and we also have a cardio, core cardio, and a cardio flow in this program. But it's not, cardio like you're thinking of, like, running and jumping. It's very low impact. There's only a few moves I can think of that you can come off the ground, but you can modify it, because all of our programs have a modifier. But this is our last week of phase 1, and Autumn keeps coming in telling us, really focus on where we're at now, that this is a long program, but really 80 days fly by. And that really got me thinking about how today is my 666th day of my sobriety journey. And I have this app where you could basically go in when you're starting your journey, whether it's, you're quitting smoking, quitting doing drugs, quitting, alcohol, whatever it is, and you can plug in the amount of money you were spending per week and the amount of time you're spending per week, in these, addictive behaviors. And today, when I looked at it, and I was like, wow, it's day 666, and it said that I have saved, I don't remember how many hours it was, but I calculated it, and it was, I've saved 83 days of worth of hours. And I was like, wow, that is what this program is. It's 80 days. And there's so many people out there who say they can't do these things, and it's this vicious cycle. And I was talking to one of my new challengers on the phone the other day, because they do offer, one-on-one consultations for new people and for people who I'm working with, because I really want to see you succeed. And I was explaining to her that, I started off on my own journey just to fix myself or feel better about myself. And then I realized that helping other people was so therapeutic, and it kept me accountable on staying on my own journey. And I've done the same thing as far as my sobriety journey. When you help other people, it really gets you to focus on what you're doing, and when you help other people, it comes back to you. And you know, when I got started, it was just about health and fitness, and really about fitness, and then it started about health, and then it became nutrition, and now I really consider myself a lot like a life coach. I've done so much work on myself, and done so much. I've spent so much time in personal development and working with my own life coach that's helped me give people, you know, I'm equipped with the tools to help other people. And you know, one thing that her and I were talking about yesterday is this is what people usually do. They have these huge expectations of themselves, unrealistic goals, and this is really what most people do. They know what they want. I mean, the answers are there. We know inside what we need to do to get whatever it is that we want. But most people fail at achieving their goals and getting what they want because they have an unrealistic time frame, and they don't have patience, and they don't have a plan. And that's where having a coach, an accountability coach, or somebody in your corner helps you do this, because I helped her lay out a plan, lay out a schedule, because she's working towards doing the program that I'm doing that comes out in January. So we came up with a system, and like I was telling her, most people know what they need to do, but what they do is they say, I'm going to cut out this, and then they totally change their whole world around and expect these overnight results and this overnight change, and then they convince themselves that, oh, I can't do this because, you know, I feel like I'm deprived, or I feel this, and you know, it's this mind game. And so really what I help people focus with is finding out what your goals are, finding out what it is that's held you back, finding out what it is that is going to be a struggle in the future, and how you want me to address you. The one lady that I was talking to yesterday says, you know, I'm the type of person who I need a kick in the ass. And at the end of our conversation, I told her, I'm like, your approach is a lot like mine. Like, I need a kick in the ass. Not everybody's like that. But like I told her, sometimes you may need just somebody to listen. So you need to be able to tell me when you need a kick in the ass and when you just need some gentle, you know, words or some encouragement. And so I helped her come up with a plan, and we really tackled what has been her struggles in the past. And the one thing that she said was, she was like, I always felt like a failure when doing little steps, because I told her, I'm like, we'll do this verse, this verse, this verse, this verse, and then by January you should be able to tackle this. We're going to work on these 2 goals this month, and next month we're going to add this, and then next month we're going to do that. And then I gave her some assignments of things to do to help with her mindset, so that she doesn't get in her own way and she doesn't sabotage her own success like I see so many people do, and like I've done before. And you know, and I told her, I'm like, you know, she was like, this is what I need. I need the accountability, I need the support, I need somebody saying step by step, this is what we're doing, and it's making me go slower. And you know, she said that, you know, when I said, well, that's exactly what you need to do, is just do small steps one at a time, because that's what is called the compound effect. If you do a little bit here, a little bit the next day, a little bit the next day, a little bit here and there and there, 30 days later you look back and you've come a long ways. But if you're looking at where you need to be, you know, 180 days from now, and you try to do it in a 3-day period, you're going to fail. And she's like, well, I always felt like doing those small things made me a failure. And I know that a lot of people feel that way, that just they're impatient, and then they were just like, well, I know I need to do this, and why can't I do it right now? Well, I don't know. Everybody has their own set of obstacles, but what helps you is having accountability and having support and having somebody looking at the whole thing that you're trying to accomplish from the outside in, and give a different perspective and help you reach your goals at a realistic time frame, because so many people have unrealistic time frames, and time is really just something that's about emotion, you know. And so that's what we work on. That's what I work on as a coach, and that's what I'm here to help you do. So if you're looking at what I'm doing and saying, gosh, I could never do that, I bet you can. But it takes some planning. It takes a decision. And so if you're looking at this, I would love to sit down, talk to you, you know, whether it's over the phone, or I can do a video conference, or we can just chat via email, or whatever you're most comfortable with. But we really analyze what your lifestyle is like, where you're at fitness-wise, what your biggest struggle is, and then we come up with a plan to help you get where you need to be, where you want to be, because this is really about a lifestyle. And you know, it's kind of like my sobriety journey. Like, I'm not really, my goal is to stay sober, but every day is part of the journey. Every day I enjoy it. Every day it's one step closer, but I'm never going to win, because I'm not trying to get to a certain thing where I just stop. It's always going to be a lifestyle, and it's the same thing about your health and fitness. And you know, I thought about too on the app that it said that basically I've saved 83 days worth of my time since I quit drinking 666 days ago. It also said that I, based on what I put in before, have saved over $14,000. And so I see this also as a vicious cycle, as people say, I don't want to, invest in myself because I'm scared of failure. I'm scared that it will be a waste of money. I'm scared of this, or I'm scared of that. And they don't invest in themselves. But at the same time, they'll go and invest in things that give them instant gratification, invest in things that will help numb them to the depression that they feel about what's going on in their life. And so it's this vicious cycle. If you don't have money to invest in your health, you're going to keep investing it in stuff that goes against your health. And you're just going to get further and further and further away from where you need to be. And the next thing you know, 666 days are going to go by. And so for me, I can look back at the last 666 days. I've faced adversity, I've faced obstacles, I've faced depression, anxiety, all the same things I had before. But I have so much more to show from it because I'm focusing on the positive, and I'm focusing on just one day at a time, instead of numbing myself to the things that have been upsetting and then looking back and saying I wasted 83 days worth of my time. So if you have any questions about this program specifically, let me know and I can answer them, maybe, because we can't give you all the information about the program. But if you're wanting to get started, I actually have a pretty good formula for people who are just getting started that they can work on September, October, November, and December, and spend the last 4 months of 2017 doing something to really help you where you'll be set to go into 2018 instead of behind the 8 ball, but ahead of the curve.